All right. So we took a look at, what tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush, SpyFu, can help you with. We took a deep dive into Ahrefs in terms of how I go about generally using Ahrefs. SEMrush, pretty similar. Some terminologies might be different. Probably what we'll do, we'll record another module. We'll show another module where we take you through how we go about using SEMrush and SpyFu. Yeah. Step number 3, or tip number 3 rather, compile all the landing pages, key messages, the USPs and offers of your competition. Very, very important. Super underrated, but it is extremely key. You need to be aware of everything that the competition is doing. What is their USP? What are the key messages that they're using? What are the offers that they're using? Every little thing. And how can you go about doing that? So let me quickly open. This is Ahref. And just for the study reference, I'm going to open the PPC landing pages. Okay, just to get us an idea in terms of what are all the PPC landing pages. Let me open a couple of them. Critical insurance, travel insurance. Do they have anything else? Otherwise, I think they're promoting mostly their homepage. All right. So yeah, this is their travel insurance page. And what I mean by key messages, any message on the landing page that stands out. These are usually written big, or they're highlighted, or they are given some mnemonic, anything like that. So if I have to do an exercise, this is what I would do. I will probably open up an Excel sheet, okay, and create a blank workbook. I'll put, first of all, this is the landing page URL, and this is the product name, okay, the LP URL. The product name is travel insurance. Okay, and I will collect all the key messages that I get. What are the key messages? This is a key message. Travel insurance covers all kinds of situations. What all kinds? But yeah, let us collect it. It's not copied properly. That's wrong. Might as well write it. Travel insurance covers all kind of situation. Okay, so this is one, and you have get free codes and start comparing. Second one, come on, get free codes and start comparing. That is another one. So you can use get free codes from here, even if you don't have a comparison engine. Then anything else, we have a couple of these USPs. It's not really USPs, but I would rather say key messages, because a USP is something that only they can offer. For example, as far as my knowledge, Policy Bazaar offers something called claims guaranteed. Okay, they guarantee your claims if you buy a policy through them. Then they have the lowest premium that you can find on the internet. Uh, they can even offer better premium than you buying directly from some of the insurance players. I mean, that is what they claim, right? So travel kar befikar is not really a key message; it's more like a campaign message. And let me scroll through to see if I find anything. I think this is a lot of content. Maybe this is a page that is meant for SEO, which is being used for PPC as well. That is something that Policy Bazaar do it very smartly. Generally, what companies do, they create their PPC landing pages separately and the SEO pages separately. If you look at the structure of the Policy Bazaar page, it actually solves three different things. First of all, this is a website, a web page within their website. It can also be used as the PPC landing page because it collects the user details. The only challenge is, it has a lot of other distractions as well. But I think, it will do the job for some company like Policy Bazaar. And they have something, a really long form content. It just keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going easily up to 10,000 odd words in this page. Clearly meant for SEO, long form content that is purely from an SEO standpoint. So it is actually pretty smart. When they're using the same page, which can cater as a web page, a PPC landing page, and an SEO page. I've seen very few people doing this so successfully. So that is another learning from this company. That's the reason I love them. Okay, so that is how you go about doing it. Since I'm not able to copy paste the text, I'm not doing it. I'll have to start writing everything, and it can get a little boring for you. Okay, so what I would do is I'll collect this message, baggage delay loss, trip delay cancellation, passport loss, and everything. And I would stop right there. This is one product. Let me go to the next product. This is the critical illness product that they're selling. Again, I'll put the LP URL, copy the LP URL, and just put it. The product name is critical illness insurance. Okay. And let me capture a few key messages. Health insurance covering this. This is a key message. Hopefully, I'm able to copy paste this text. Oh, come on. They're not letting me copy paste the text. Health insurance covering 34 critical illnesses. The most important thing is starts from INR 373 per month. Now that is exciting. That's exciting copy, because it's not really a lot of money for a lot of people. I'm not saying it is cheap for everybody, but for a lot of people, it is considered to be cheap. Yeah. The tax benefit up to 75,000, I will capture that here. Save up to 12.5%, I'll capture that here. 7 lakh plus happy customer, I may not be able to copy, but I'll just for my reference, maybe I might have 500 odd customers. I might have 2,000 odd customers. Okay. I can maybe use this, 500 plus happy customers, as long as there is some social proof, that matters a lot. Get insured from the comfort of your home, no medicals required. That is another thing I can, nope, I'm not able to, still not able to copy, but you get the idea. Anything that is highlighted, anything that stands out, anything that will push people to fill that form, all of them are key messages. The USPs are something like that is only they can do. Okay. If I have to capture any USP from here, they haven't highlighted their USPs here, but typically, you know, mm, this is something that you can copy. 50 plus insurance companies they have, you may have 5 companies or 10 companies. That is something you can do. Quick, easy, and hassle-free is something that you can copy. These are all not USPs. USPs is something that is unique to you. Okay, like I said, Policy Bazaar have something called claims guarantee that is unique to them. Not everybody offers that, if I'm not wrong. Maybe Cover Fox offers it, but not a lot of people do that. Something that is unique to them and not available with the rest of the companies that are selling insurance out there, that becomes a unique selling proposition to them. So that is what you need to be doing, and you can actually take a lot of key messages from their homepage in different product pages, depending upon what you are competing with. Okay, so that is how you go about compiling landing pages. All the PPC landing pages will be available in tools like Ahrefs. SEMrush can give you PPC landing pages. SimilarWeb itself, the tool that we were looking at, this also can give you some PPC landing pages that they have. Okay, so let me open one of this landing page from similarweb.com, since you may not have access to Ahrefs because it's going to cost you money. Look at this, all these things, all these individual points are key messages. This is a key message. This is a key message. Just pay attention to it. This is not a key message because it's just terms and conditions. All right. But interesting thing, they have a nice call to action here. Get updates on WhatsApp. If you recall, a lot of their referral traffic came from WhatsApp under social media. And that is because, they're getting people to opt in while they are filling up the form. Yeah. So that is something that you can do. Tip number 4 is Facebook ad library, right? It is, I know a lot of you would have used it, but let me give you some interesting insights here for people who do not know how to use Facebook ad library. All you have to do is just Google Facebook ad library. Just go here. Let it load for a while. Just go to Facebook ads library. Select whichever country that you want to monitor from, especially if you're working with international brands. Many of you make that mistake of selecting your default country and not look for that specific location. Please do that. When it comes to this ad category, just click on all ads. Okay. I'm going to search for Policy Bazaar. Policy Bazaar, it's already there. Most of the ads you will be able to find. Now, what you have to do is, they are currently actively running about 120 odd results. Now, I think I remember telling this to you in workshop. Let me refresh your memory again. One is, of course, you can look at the currently active campaign that is recently launched. Started running from 31st May, started running on 27th May, from 11th May. These ads may still be in their learning testing phase. You can't be sure that it is working for them. What I would do is I'd scroll down as much as I can. I would scroll down. Okay. They have quite a few old ads running. That is the key in this. There are quite a few old ads running since June 2020. Since May 2020, they are running, but that image is not visible. Maybe it did not load properly. But look at this. This is actually a plain ad with just Akshay Kumar. Maybe a lot of Akshay Kumar fans are just clicking on this ad and buying policies. You never know. So let me look at the complete ad. I do not know why a lot of images have not loaded. Let me look at this image. It's a very powerful ad. What it is telling is, at the age of 30, let me zoom this a little bit so you can get an idea of what that creative actually is. So this particular ad is running since October 2020, which means this ad is working for Policy Bazaar. Okay, because while I was doing my audit, I remember seeing this particular copy in native and other display channel as well. So definitely this is an ad that is working very well for them. Now, most of the marketers make that mistake of looking only at the visual. It is not the visual alone that makes up an ad. There is this visual and there is copy text written on the visual. There is a caption that adds value. Typically the way people look at an ad, at least from my experience, they look at the visual. Once the visual catches their attention, then they will look at the caption, or they will look at this headline and sub-headline. So all of them are equally important. If you look at the headline, they have made optimum use of it. Best term insurance plans. And they have a sub-headline as well, secure your family's future. In the caption, they're talking about pay till age 60 and get covered for up to 75 years. Nicely written ad. Nicely written performance ad, in my opinion. So this is a very powerful form of ad. This talks about when you're young and when you're old. If you are old, this is how much you'll be paying. You might as well get started while you are 30. And call to action, which is one of the call to actions provided by Facebook, could be a learn more, could be a buy now or get quote or register, any of that. So this is get quote. This ad is definitely working for Policy Bazaar. And if you are somebody who is competing with Policy Bazaar, you can literally take the framework of this ad. You cannot literally copy paste everything. That's not ethical to do it, but you can copy the framework of it. They're talking about a benefit here. They're talking about the coverage. They're talking about a regular income. You can actually rephrase it and create that. You can again have a very similar visual of showing somebody young and the same person looking old. You can use that kind of a visual, but please ensure that you're making use of this real estate, especially on mobile device. This improves click-through rate. I know a lot of ads, it pains me when they did not utilize the sub-headline or the headline area. People just put random things. There is where you can talk about your USP, the headline, the whatever you're using in your landing page title, it can go here, message match, right? Let me look at a few more ad. Okay, there is another ad that is running. Very similar messaging, but a different visual. It is running since 28th of November 2020, almost 6 months as of today. And this is an Akshay Kumar ad. Akshay Kumar has taken a very small real estate here, but the messaging is, you get the idea. 1 crore term plan at 490 per month. Very simple visual. It works. Another mistake that people do is, complicate their ad creative. Let me tell you a pro tip once again here. You won't believe ugliest of the ads delivers great conversions. You never know why, because if you actually create something that is looking very similar to a front page newspaper ad on social media, people generally don't react to it. It screams ad. When something doesn't scream like an ad, that is what make people click, right? And whenever you do these creatives and stuff like that, have one ugly version and just test it out. We have seen that a lot, ugly creatives delivering phenomenal results. Only God knows how it works. All right. So this is another way where you can actually use Facebook ad library. One, you can look at the active ad campaigns that has launched recently, but the most important thing is going back in time and see which campaign has been running since a long time. That is a winning ad creative. Without even any test, you can literally copy the framework and use your own language, use your own visual. You should be good to go live. Okay. So that is tip number 4, Facebook ad library. Number 5, if you're a B2B business, the LinkedIn ads. Not necessarily B2B. We have successfully used LinkedIn for B2C as well. I've told you during the workshop, for high ticket products, especially a product that costs a lot. For example, I remember promoting a luxury automobile, a luxury real estate. We got a lot of really good leads from LinkedIn because they're highly qualified. Because LinkedIn gives you the targeting people by experience, the type of the company that they're working for, targeting by designations. So especially if you have something really expensive for a lot of people, you can find these audience potentially on LinkedIn. And for those people who do not know the way LinkedIn ad is, you just search for any company. I've searched for Accenture here. All you have to do is just click on post and then click on ads. Unlike Facebook, this doesn't necessarily talk about campaigns by dates. It shows active campaigns, it shows paused campaigns, inactive campaigns, everything. But B2B, because LinkedIn is so expensive, any campaign that is running since a while can actually be delivering results for somebody. That is an assumption that you can make. Look at here, I do not know what language is this. They're promoting it in a different language. maybe targeting in that country. This campaign is running in that specific country. There are a few more interesting ads. A lot of intelligence you can take it from the ads, because if somebody like Accenture, who's a very well uh, a mature organization, who has a really strong marketing amp, if they are running a campaign, which means there is a lot of work that has gone behind it. So we can't, unlike Facebook, we can't tell a certain campaign is working well for them, but you can actually take a lot of inspiration from these campaigns. LinkedIn ads, some of these LinkedIn ads are very beautiful, and Accenture does a phenomenal job. Their copies are brilliant, their visuals are brilliant, their production capability is brilliant. So there are tons of things that you can do. Let me search for Intercom. I do not know if Intercom is running any ads. They're a SaaS product-led growth kind of a company. I'm not sure if they're running any ads on LinkedIn. Seems like they do. So they do have some campaigns running on LinkedIn. See, if you have to take inspiration from a company where you for sure know that their marketing team is phenomenal. For example, if you admire someone, somebody who's a very well known, somebody who's been in the industry since a long time, you can actually trust, they know how to run their campaigns, and a lot of inspiration can be taken by. Now, Intercom, a product-led growth company, supposedly, it is running a lot of LinkedIn ads. Maybe they are targeting enterprise organizations to start using Intercom. Okay, Intercom is predominantly meant for startups, mid-size organizations. If they are going after enterprise companies, then there is no platform like LinkedIn to target. Okay, so again, a lot of inspiration you can take. You can understand what they are promoting. When it comes to B2B marketing, they are very likely promoting their thought leadership, that the why they are good at a certain thing, how they can solve your pain points. Most of them will be promoting their thought leadership stuff. When we are going to be talking about B2B marketing, we will dive deep into all of these things. Okay. But yeah, if you feel that Intercom has a strong marketing game, you can definitely take inspiration from somebody like Intercom. Doesn't mean you always have to look up your competition. You can always look up somebody who is popular, somebody who do their marketing very well. You can take inspiration from any type of industry out there. That is key. For example, if you are a technology company and you're always copying other or getting inspired by other technology companies, there might not be any fresh ideas at all. Why don't you switch the focus and find a startup, and a startup that is doing really well on marketing? Take inspiration from them, and you will actually stand out in your industry. That's another pro tip. Okay, I think too many pro tips, right? While we are talking about competitor analysis, because this is all I have learned, right? You will not find all of the information that I'm sharing in a single video. Not possible at all. Okay. Let me quickly go back to the next tip. That is LinkedIn ads, by the way, how you can tap into competition. Visual Ping and Change Tower, both are very similar product. What these tools does, they will alert you whenever there is a change in the page that you are monitoring. For example, all these Policy Bazaar landing pages that we looked at, if I want to know whenever they make a change in that landing page, alert me, I will get an email. It's a very straightforward tool to use. Let me see if I can find Visual Ping. Yeah. Yes, visualping.io. All you have to do is just drop in your URL. Let's say, I want to track this particular landing page, right? Just drop in this URL, click on go. First of all, it is scan. It will also ask you which portion of this page that you want to monitor. For example, the travel insurance page that we looked at is a really long form page, right? 10,000 words of content meant for SEO purposes. I really don't want to be tracking that, but from a PPC perspective, I would really want to know what their key messaging is if that is getting changed. So what I would do is I would probably select this particular area. Yeah, this particular area, not more than that. And I'll tell them to alert me whenever they make any change to that particular thing. Okay, this is a really long form page. Okay, so we have selected that. I put my email ID, and I will give an alert name, because you might be monitoring multiple alerts, right? So give an alert name. You can actually put any of these options. If there is a change in text, uh, for that particular page where we are not able to copy the text, I think it's image, it's not HTML fully. That is why we were not able to copy the text. But anyway, if you want to monitor, you can monitor visual change, you can monitor text change, or you can monitor element change. This is something that I prefer, because whenever there is change in anything, it will actually alert me. All right. So that's about it. Then you just go and click on start free monitoring. The free account lets you monitor, I think, 3 or 4 pages. But especially if you are fighting somebody neck to neck, for example, banking, insurance, technology, it's a massive competition. Okay. And all of them are good companies. All of them have very similar products. That is where the skill of marketing comes in, that how do you win that customer? In that particular case, where you have a lot of competition and everybody is fighting for the same customer, these tools can be a lifesaver. Whenever they change something, you can quickly go check if they've added a new USP. Then you can actually guide your product team to add that USP to your product. Okay, it can actually give plenty of insights. It can guide your product journey. It can guide your sales team. There are so many insights that you can get by just monitoring what they are doing in their website, what they are doing to their landing pages. Yeah, phenomenal tool. Change Tower is something that is very similar, but I'm not sure if they have a free version of the tool. But this one, Visual Ping, definitely has a free version of the tool. All right. So that is number 6. If to monitor website changes or landing page changes, you can use one of these tools. Tip number 7 for mobile application insights. This is a phenomenal tool that we use called mobileaction.co. And there is someone else called App Annie as well. App Annie is good from an ASO organic standpoint, what is happening from an organic standpoint for an app. But mobile action can actually give you both organic and paid. So let me quickly just open mobile action. You can actually sign up for a freemium account. You will have limited data accessibility, but if you're an app company and you're competing with 3 other apps out there, you better take a premium version of this app. Okay. So here, because I'm on a freemium account, I'm tracking this app, one of my most favorite apps called Calm. It gives you a ton of intelligence, which otherwise you wouldn't have known, because there is no other open tool like Google Keyword Planner that Google offers for Play Store. So you cannot know that data. So you definitely have to tap into a tool like Mobile Action. Okay. It gives me the review rating data. If you are somebody from an app company, you would know how valuable this data is. Because unlike SEO, you cannot deploy so many pages, you cannot write so much of content to get discovered for a lot of keywords organically. Okay. Your ASO, your organic visibility, is fully dependent on many things. So one is the content that you have on your listing. The next is the net installs, the number of ratings and reviews that you get. Just read up on ASO whenever you get time, because I can talk about it all day long. The rating and review is extremely critical. So you would want to understand that how many people are rating them. And this green should always be longer if you really want to be ranking on top. Okay. So that is one. But let me speak from a PPC perspective. This is all good information to know about a competition and mostly used from an ASO perspective or deep competitor intelligence perspective. I would go to ad. Okay. Click on campaign analysis and you'll get insights in terms of what type of creatives are they using, where are they running and stuff like that. Look at this. Killer insights, right? Which are the channels that they're using to drive app downloads? It's a phenomenal insight. You wouldn't get that anywhere else. Facebook, Instagram, Facebook native, Messenger, Facebook Messenger, Tapjoy is one of the most popular user acquisition channel for app. AdMob is Google's own product. Iron Source, Unity is again a huge, game development kind of a community. They have a platform on which people build games. They also have an option for monetization plus marketing. Okay, TikTok, but not actually a lot of volume. This can give you insight in terms of if somebody like Calm, who is actually driving millions of downloads, who's spending a lot of money, if they are using a specific channel, which means it is driving results for them. Nearly 37% comes from Facebook. So there is, like I always say, there is nothing like Facebook and Google. Okay. Everybody else will come after these guys only. So if you are not cracked that channel, it is very unlikely that you will succeed in any other channel. Probably native will work for some category. Native advertising, if you're a weight loss product or if you're selling fitness or if you're into ed tech, maybe native may work very well. But for all the other type of businesses, there is nothing like these guys. Look at the volume that these guys are contributing. It is the same ecosystem. Then comes Tapjoy, which is contributing only about 5%. Iron Source, lesser than 1% is TikTok. I am not a big fan of TikTok. Uh, if I scroll down a little bit, most of their downloads, especially their paid promotion, runs in the US. I think the rest of the country is just free, organic. Okay. Now, what is more interesting when it comes to this tool is the creatives that they're using. Unlike the regular creative that you will use to promote a landing page or a website is very different from an app creative, because most of the app creatives, it has to tell a story in a very quick time frame. It has to tell the people that how the app works, give them a feeler of the app, and then get that download. That is why it is tricky. You need a lot of creative mindset to kind of come up with creatives that promotes an app. Look, you can actually use a very simple visual to get a download as well. But if you are not communicating the value of the product properly, and somebody is ending up downloading the app, that person will very likely uninstall the app. We have had, I've been promoting apps since 2014. Okay, uninstall is a major challenge. People uninstall like nobody's business. If I get 100 installs today, tomorrow 95 people will uninstall the app, because of various reasons. And hence, it is not about getting maximum number of downloads. It is getting highly qualified users to download your app, and that is where these creatives become very interesting. You can actually let me see if this is a video and if it no, this is an image. Let me see if there is a video for us to check. Okay, this is a video. Look, you actually get the video as well to that is promoting the app. This one is running on Tapjoy, and Tapjoy is contributing about 5% of their installs. Look at this. Do nothing for 5 seconds, 15 seconds. Sorry, do nothing for 15 seconds, and it is an ad. It is not loading. It is an ad which has that kind of a thing, and then a final call to action. Very subtly but equally powerful way of communicating what their product does. That is exactly what their product do, and they're giving you a call to action. And I'm sure this will have a deep link. When I say deep, we will talk about deep links a little later. Just make a note of it. Deep link is something that it would have popped up on your newsfeed, but if you're an Android user, it will take you to the same link will take you to Play Store. But if you're an iOS user, it will take you to the Apple App Store, right? That is called deep link. Deep link understand from which device you're accessing it and then lead you to the right destination. Because otherwise it's quite kind of messy and difficult, right? So that these are a few insights that you can get. And if you have the pro version of the product, you can download all of them as CSV. Since we have a limited version of the product, we can't really download it. But it gives you a lot of these creatives that is working very well for Calm. And Calm is somebody who has cracked it. Their ads are just brilliant. If you have a need for it, there is absolutely no way after looking at that you're not downloading it. Okay, so that's how brilliant this tool is. Uh, this is about it from an because that is how the freemium version of this tool can offer in terms of the app creators, in terms of the rating, reviews, downloads they get, in terms of the different publishers that are contributing a lot of interesting insights from an app perspective. For almost every app in any country, you should be able to get enough intelligence from this particular tool, Mobile Action. Okay, so let us go to the next one. Number 8 is an app called competitors.app. It is a paid tool again. Let me tell you something, my friend. Free tool can only give you so much. Okay. There is a reason many of these are paid tools because every time you access data, they end up paying. They're paying for their server cost. They cannot continue to do things for free. So at some point, you will have to opt for the paid version of the product as long as you found enough value in the free version of the product. So let me give you a quick preview of how this competitor app looks like. This is the competitor app. You can sign up for a free account. You should be able to track a couple of people, not more than that. And it is limited by the duration as well. It has a free trial period. But for you to understand, the value of the product, let me show you how it actually works. A while back, I was tracking these companies, wakefit.co and sleepycat.in because, we have had a mattress company. Now, once you feed this, what this tool is good at, it takes data from multiple places and puts it in one dashboard. If you're somebody who has used social media listening tools, right, like Radian 6 and Meltwater, Simplify 360, these are all some social media listening tools. You know how these tools work? They bring together data from multiple places and keep it to you in one dashboard instead of you having to do all of that individually. Okay. So if you look at what this app does, whenever your competitor publishes a new Facebook post or a new ad is getting discovered, it will immediately pop up on this newsfeed. Whenever there is a change in the SERP, SERP, if they have moved positions organically, that alert you get for that what keyword they moved. You get that very valuable data if you are a company that is dependent on SEO, yeah, for their growth. This is another PPC ad, a Google PPC ad that the machine was able to track, and it immediately gave us an alert. Then keyword ranking changes. Twitter, whenever they publish a Twitter, that also comes here. This is a landing page. There was a website change detected, and that also we have an alert. They have sent a newsletter or email. They sent a promotional email that also gets detected. RSS feed, their blog is very likely to be linked to an RSS feed. So whenever they publish a new blog, that also get discovered here. Look at how valuable this data can be because it is really difficult for you to be spending time on these multiple platforms. You need to be, especially if you are somebody who is reliant on digital and your spends are very high, and you have a large team to manage, you would need all of these data in a single page. And this is one of the best tools that I could come across that can actually give this level of alerts, because it does the job of Google Alert, it does the job of Visual Ping, it does the job of SEMrush, Ahrefs, it does the job of a lot of these tools, but it comes at a cost. When you need convenience, you have to pay for that, my friend. Okay, so that is competitors.app. And the next one is Google Alerts. Especially if you are a freelancer, when you cannot afford any of these tools, then you better set up Google Alerts for your brand name and for your competitor name. I really don't have to explain how this is. You can quickly go to Google Alerts and it'll be very simple. You just have to feed the keyword that you want to monitor. Every time there is a news article published or a video about that particular keyword is mentioned, you'll immediately get an alert on your inbox. That is Google Alert. Mandatory. Irrespective of you using all these platforms, ensure that you have Google Alerts set up for the keywords that you want to monitor. All right. Number 10 is my most favorite. I know I keep telling most favorite because I only put my most favorite tools in this collection. Moat and AdBeat. Moat and AdBeat, they were kind of similar. They give you the display ads of your competitors. Let me quickly go to moat.com. Okay. So we are at moat.com, and we can definitely check what Policy Bazaar is doing. Okay. So Policy Bazaar, let me see if it is popping up. Policy. My internet is slow. Just give me a minute. Let it load. It's not loading. Policy. For some reason, it is not loading. I hate this internet. Let me see. That is all okay. And is it the brand problem? Let me search for Flipkart. No, this tool is not working for some reason. Let me come back to this tool. Okay, but it is very simple. It is just like Facebook ads library, but for display ads. And unlike Facebook ads library that shows only your most recent or active campaigns, Moat can actually go back in time and show you as well, all the display ads that these guys are running. So you just have to put your brand name. It works only for the most popular brand names. Your brand name the competitor that you want monitor should come up in the drop down. In case if they are not, then you have to use AdBeat. AdBeat.com does a similar job, but unlike Moat, which searches only by popular brand names, AdBeat can actually use the domain URL and it can give competitor intelligence for you. Okay. So let me see if I can go to adbeat.com. Moat is misbehaving. Okay. So let me search for policybazaar.com. Oh, this is my internet issue. Let me do one thing, let me just quickly pause this and come back to it again. Yeah. I think there is an issue with my internet.